Hey kids, Mr. Campbell here again, and today I'm going to talk to you about factor trees. A factor tree is something we use to break a number down into a list of its prime factors. In other words, those factors that we can multiply together to equal the number. In this case, we're going to work with 42. I'm going to show you two different ways to use a factor tree to break down 42. So when I'm trying to create a factor tree for 42, I think of what are the factors of 42. Okay, so I'm thinking of two numbers that I can multiply together to give me 42. I want one of them to be a prime number. In other words, a number that has only two factors, 1 and itself. And so one thing that immediately comes to mind for me when I think of 42 is the number 7. Okay, so 7 times what? 7 times what will give me 42? Well, 7 times 6. 6 is a composite number because it has more than two factors. So we have to break 6 down even further. Okay? 7 we're done with. It's prime. We're finished with 7. 6, what can I multiply to get 6? Well, I can do 1 times 6, but that gets me nowhere. Well, I can also do 2 times 3 to get me 6. 2 is a prime number. Hey, so is 3. And so I now have 3 prime factors for the number 42. And if I do 7 times 2 times 3, that gives me 42. So that's one way of using a factor tree to break down 42 into a list of its prime factors. Okay, we're going to take a look at this in a different way. Okay, still using 42. All right, and this time, because 42 is an even number, I know that because the digit in the ones place is a 2. So if it's an even number, then 2 has to be a factor. Okay, 2 must be a factor. But 2 times what? 2 times what is 42? 2 times 21. 21 is a composite number. It has more than two factors. 1 times 21? Yes. But also 3 times 7. Hey, I've got the exact same factors again. These are the prime factors for 42. And if I do 2 times 3 times 7, that gives me 42. And I know this because, well, if I break this down even further, 2 times 3 is 6, and 6 times 7 is 42. I know this was sort of a quick tutorial. I hope it helps you to understand how to use a factor tree a little more. If not, stop by and see me anytime before class or after class, or even raise your hand during class, and we will go over it even further.